anyone did not expect in recent times, Quan Hongchan once again fell into the vortex of public opinion by the whole network of discussion. Since the Tokyo Olympics, after a jump to fame, Quan Hongchan experienced what changes, this time deep into the vortex of public opinion is because what led to the 14-year-old should she in the end should not be so widely concerned about the rural areas where the old family after she became famous, one after another. What is it that makes the net crazy interference Quan Hongchan old family? The shocking thing, what makes these net red crazy interference full red Chan old home? Next let us walk into today's story. In the summer of 2021, the 14-year-old girl full red Chan into the tens of thousands of households, by virtue of the Tokyo Olympic Games performance, became a household name of the national girl. In the Olympic Games, in an interview, there has been a scene so far, but it's not the case. In an interview, there was a scene that is still fresh in people's mind. The reporter asked her why she was so obsessed with getting the prize. She said that if she got a good ranking in diving, she would have a bonus, and with money, she would be able to let her mother get well and treat her illness. Because of this simple words thought, T made her fire, understanding, and filial piety, and strong in diving, but also able to compete for her country. How can such a little girl not be loved by everyone? However, there are always darknesses that the sun does not shine on in the world, and the sun does not shine on He darkness. However, in this world, there are always some darkness that the sun can't shine. Some people don't want to see Quan Hongchan so bright, so they make rumors on the internet to smear her. From the Tokyo Olympics, Quan Hongchan has been attacked by public opinion, and she can't count how many times it has happened, and in the recent time, Quan Hongchan has once again fallen into the vortex of public opinion, and the reason of the matter has to be from the teen doctor's warning, which was on the hot search. That time, it was rumored that the teen doctor issued a warning to Quan Hongchan to control the habit of gluttony and not to steal snacks at will. Although the teen doctor didn't name names during the interview, everyone still subconsciously focused on Quan Hongchan, and soon public opinion on the internet rose up in all directions, with some internet spammers accusing Quan Hongchan of being disobedient to the discipline of 14 years old and still glut. Oh nows, and what is right, what is wrong, what is right, and what is wrong? There are no perfect things in this world, so I hold on to one point. In an interview, Quan Hongchan's mother said something that made countless people feel heartbreaking. Since I married into the whole family, I know for the first time that I have so many relatives. What kind of encounters did she have to go through to say something so heartbreaking? Since the whole Red Chana jumped to fame, her hometown suddenly became a little famous place. Initially some friends and relatives from where I do not know have come to the whole family visit relatives' nagging family, and later even flooded into the Natroots from all over the country. It is said that the whole Red Chan's family's conditions are very poor, mother's illness at home and father's sole responsibility for the family's beams, before some people say why the whole Red Chan will be so gluttonous. In fact, mainly with her childhood experience, because of family conditions, childhood Quan Hongchan snacks are a luxury. Other children can be happy to eat a wide range of snacks. She can only day after day diving training. She has a wish is to be able to open a snack shop in Ag. And if not because of the repression of too long, how can the whole Red Chan snack so much in mind, even if the want to realize one of the wishes is to open a kiosk? The influx of Quan Hongchan's family of these distant relatives, and not to mention, after all, how to look at all the relatives look up, and not see head to see, refuse to the door, is also a little inappropriate, but for these Netflix obviously can not be so tolerant, because their performance is simply touching the bottom line of the people of the country. everyday endless layers of Netflix to the door of the live broadcast to see the door is closed and not allow them to enter. The netizens also spit at Quan Hong Chan's parents for putting on a show and playing a big game. These netizens can really say anything to satisfy their own personal interests. Imagine if Quan Hong Chan's parents didn't close the gate tightly. Can they still live a smooth and free life? But fortunately the netizens can understand the hidden reasons behind the parents, and have criticized the netizens for not having a bottom line. The whole Red Chan again caught in the vortex of public opinion. The rural home has become the original sin of showmanship. What makes these netizens crazy to interfere with Quan Hongchan's hometown? Many people openly under the guise of visiting Quan Hongchan's parents. In fact, it is in order to be able to further dilly-dally with the flow of heat. A lot of netizens are curious as to why these netizens will be so crazy, not far away from miles of running to her hometown for live broadcasts, and some even directly to the gate to live W. If the goods, and in the end, it is for the so-called interest. In the case of the rise of popularity of short video platforms, some people find that through the live broadcast can quickly make money, and this requires someone willing to pay attention to, in what kind of situation everyone will have to pay attention to this person live it. Obviously in the case of heat, the whole Red Chan in the fame of unprecedented attention, which makes her heat straight to the front of the house. The whole Red Chan in the case of the rise of popularity of short video platforms. This also makes her heat straight to the top duty. Her own people are difficult to shoot. Its hometown has become an important way of these net red gold. It is said that whether it is during the day or at night, there will be a large group of net red holding up a mobile phone live yell. More excessive, some people even picked a way the whole Red Chan's family is not easy to plant the pineapple honey. The beautiful name of it is in order to dip into the joy of it, but the discerning people can see that this is the after the official media, China News, saw this kind of situation. It released a long article on the social media platform, saying, "Don't let Quan Hongchan become the next Brother Dai." The popularity of Brother Dai must be known to many people, and he returned to the countryside after becoming famous, and was harassed by different people every day. Every day, he will be harassed by different people. There are local villagers and foreign netizens. It is not wrong to pay attention to Quan Hong Chan, but excessive attention and even rise to the private life, it is undoubtedly a big mistake. Whether you also think so, welcome to the video below the comment area to leave a message to discuss. Like it can be long. Clicked on the praise and attention. We will not see each other in the next period. All Red Chan warned by the teen doctor. Failure to address two factors will ruin the career is the roadblock for all athletes. The 14-year-old Olympic champion Quan Hongchan is the most aptly named youngster, and she proved her strength by winning the Tokyo Olympics and the National Games, which is full of experts. After becoming popular, Quan Hongchan got a lot of media attention, which naturally led to some troubles. On the 15th of November, Beijing time, just in the past, a hot news, Quan Hongchan was warned by the teen doctor, quickly reached the top of the social media list, and triggered a lot of discussions among netizens. In fact, the circumstances of this matter is not as everyone imagined that not understand the human feelings. It is understood that the Guangdong Ersha Sports Training Center, a sports medicine deputy chief physician, at the same time, he is also the Guangdong diving team within the medical team of the main person in charge of Wei Dongling, accepted the media interview. He believes that, as a diving athlete, if it is in the long body stage, then this is the athlete's performance is very great, especially in the age of 14 years old or so. Athletes is in the stage of physical development, so the need for young athletes in the dietary aspect, so that they have a good understanding of the body's development, so that they have a good understanding of the body's development. It is necessary and important to control the diet of young athletes. In this interview, Quan Hongchan's name was not mentioned, but the age of 14 was mentioned. He reminds young athletes to control their diet and not to snack. The initial point is a good one, and I hope that coaches can focus on this issue. However, the news was still spread and upgraded and got the netizens' discussion divided into two factions. The first faction is that all Red Chan this age is still a child. If stand in a moral high ground, always give the child pressure, then she will lose this age should have childish innocence. In the stage of growing body, it is not wrong to eat some snacks occasionally. The second viewpoint is that Quan Hongchan is a double champion diving star. If it is a diver who does not exercise strict control over her body, a decline in level is an inevitable event after weight gain, and the team doctor is right to remind her. Personally, I think it's normal that at the age of 14, we believe a lot of kids like to go for some snacks. James, known as the most disciplined NBA superstar, also eats an occasional ice cream during the off-season. How do you control your core strength as you enter the long body stage? Avoid affecting the diving action because of weight. All these need to be worked out by Quan Hongchan and members of the national team coaching team. Next year, Quan Hongchan will have the World Championships and the Asian Games. If she can get the title in both heavy competitions, the 15-year-old Quan Hongchan will become a Grand Slam competitor, which is a unique achievement in history. Quan Hongchan is rarely seen on social media. Her head coach has also given interviews to the media, stating that Quan Hongchan likes spicy food. How to control diet and manage weight. These two problems are the roadblocks for all athletes on their way to win the championship in their career. Of course, we believe that hardworking Quan Hongchan will be able to recognize her developing body more clearly after entering the national team. As Quan Hongchan mentioned, after the holiday, I will put myself into the sweaty training and continue to compete for my country. Winning the championship and standing on the podium is my constant goal, and I will always believe in Quan Hongchan. You are the best. Quan Hongchan, this name is widely known nowadays. She bravely embarked on the path of diving and became an outstanding athlete, who not only won the gold medal in the Olympic Games, but also won people's appreciation and admiration. Many people do not mince words when they call her a diving genius who came out of nowhere. Her talents and gifts have amazed people, and this has made her carry great expectations. Behind Quan Hongchan's success is her strong belief and diligent training. She didn't relax her requirements on herself because she was young, but instead trained harder to continuously improve her skills. She drenched her sweat in every training session. She showed perseverance and determination on the diving platform, and she made every dive of hers a perfect rendition. On this article, there is a picture of Quan Hongchan standing on the diving platform, with no expression on her face. Why most people at home and abroad were marveling at her outstanding performance, an Australian media dared to publish a malicious article trying to discredit the champion. The article focused on the fact that Quan Hongchan did not have a happy face after she got a perfect score in the jump. Instead, she was in a lot of pain, so the conclusion was that Quan Hongchan is a gold medal robot in China. They don't feel happy for jumping such a perfect score. In fact, they are very unwilling inside. Immediately this article was criticized and even bombarded by many Chinese netizens. There is no doubt that this is an unfair evaluation of Quan Hongchan and an unfair treatment of all athletes who strive to win honor for their country. How can we understand what kind of ups and downs a 14-year-old child who sprinted back under the eyes of the whole world went through in her heart the moment she jumped into the water? We can't impose the label of robot on a young champion just based on a superficial photo. Her every movement and expression was achieved after countless times of training and challenges, and this kind of strength and resilience is what we should pay attention to and appreciate. Behind Quan Hongchan is an ordinary but extraordinary story of growth, the love she put into diving as a child, and the amount of hard work, sweat and perseverance she has put in. Every dream of hers pulsates in her heart, and every dive of hers is the strongest commitment to herself and her country. We should be proud and honored of Quan Hongchan, who represents China's strength and spirit of struggle. Her existence makes us believe that the power of youth is infinite, and as long as we have dreams and courage, we can transcend ourselves and create our own splendor. So, let's celebrate Quan Hongchan's achievement, praise her, and give her more support and expectation. Whether we are 14 years old or she is 14 years old, we should pursue our own dreams with our own passion and hard work, and prove with practical actions that age is not a shackle that restricts us from breaking through, and that as long as we dare to jump out of our comfort zones, the moment we jump out of the water, we are also able to shine brightly and achieve extraordinary things. Recently, Quan Hongchan's remark triggered a public outrage, not only subjecting herself to relentless scolding from netizens, but even spreading to the innocent people of Wuhan. This incident has once again triggered a great deal of attention and discussion in the public opinion. In this article, we will analyze Quan Hongchan's case rationally, in clear, concise, and vivid language, and call on readers to maintain rational thinking. Firstly, let's review the cause of the incident. Quan Hongchan made a remark on a certain occasion, but as the remark involved a sensitive issue and was considered offensive, it led to an immediate explosion of anger on the internet. Subsequently, some netizens amplified this sentiment and condemned Quan Hongchan with harsh words. Unfortunately, this sentiment also spread to the people of Wuhan, who innocently became collateral victims of the incident. However, we need to think calmly, and should not label an entire group of people because of an individual incident. Quan Hongchan's remark has undoubtedly brought harm to people, but we should not therefore transfer this emotion to the people of Wuhan. The people of Wuhan have made great efforts and contributions in fighting the epidemic, and they should not be criticized and attacked because of one individual's wrong remarks. Let us think calmly about whether there are deeper problems behind the incident. We can see from this incident that in today's social media era, information spreads extremely fast and public opinion is correspondingly more intense. A brief remark is enough to set off the whole network and deal a heavy blow to the people concerned. However, we should also realize that this kind of cyber violence cannot solve problems and will even intensify social confrontation. Therefore, we need to establish a rational atmosphere for discussion and debate. First of all, we should remain calm and not be overwhelmed by emotions. When confronted with similar incidents, we should apply critical thinking and examine the intentions and motives behind the remarks. At the same time, we should also respect the freedom of speech of others. Even if the views of the other party are different from ours, we should be good listening and engage in arguments and exchanges in a friendly and rational manner. In addition, the government and the media have an important responsibility in guiding public opinion. They should strengthen the management of online speech to avoid irresponsible speech that may lead to bad consequences. At the same time, the media should also take up the responsibility of conveying correct information and balancing public opinion, so as to avoid creating a powder keg of public opinion and leading to unnecessary conflicts. Lastly, we, as a society, need to treat such incidents with a more open and tolerant mindset. Everyone has the right to express his or her views, but we also need to express our principles and bottom line clearly. Only through mutual understanding, respect and tolerance can we build a more harmonious and equal society. The Quan Hong Chan incident is a wake-up call, reminding us to remain calm and think rationally. We should not implicate an entire group of people because of an offensive remark, and we should not solve problems through cyber violence. Only through rational thinking and friendly communication can we find ways to solve problems and continue to promote social progress and development. Let us work together to build a more rational and tolerant society, where dialogue and mutual understanding replace hatred and conflict, and work together for a better future.